Oh my god, it is so cold in this house. I swear to god, I feel like I'm freezing my nipples off. Hi guys, how's it going? I sincerely hope that you are faring better than I am because I am so sick of winter. I am just completely done. I have had enough. I want warmth. I want sun. I want flowers and pretty dresses and flip-flops. I want everything that comes with spring. Well, maybe except for the rain, but anyway. Don't get me wrong, there are some things about winter that I really love. I genuinely love snow, especially when I can sit by the window and watch it fall from the sky, being able to go sledding, make a snowman, my father making a fire in the fireplace and just sitting next to it while roasting marshmallows and just having a nice chat. But that's about the extent of my respect for winter. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I thought that I would list all the reasons why I am so ready for spring to come and for winter to take its cold, icy out of the door. So here we go, my reasons for why I want winter to end very soon. Number one, the dangers of slush and ice. Slush and ice seem to be nature's way of making sure that we fall down on our asses and break something. Seriously, when I'm walking on the sidewalks of New York, it's like an ice skating rink. And a very poorly kept ice skating rink, if I should say. You're skidding all over the place, even though you are wearing your non-skid boots, and you are always in fear of your life, of falling and breaking something. At least I am. Especially when I'm going down the steps to the subway, I am so trepidatiously taking really tiny steps down the stairs because I'm always afraid I'm going to fall down and break my teeth out. And ice is no better. It's just a thin sheet of frozen water that seems to have this way of when you're walking along on it and it seems to look up at you, flick up its little fingers and go whoop, making you flip down and trip over. New York City is a all-around danger zone because of this. Number two, commute delays and complications. Now that I'm temporarily living with my parents until I find a new apartment, it is imperative more than usual for me to be on time for work in Brooklyn. But unfortunately, when it's winter and you get certain things like snowstorms and sleet and all of the lovely stuff that comes along with it, it can put a bit of a damper on my commute. Being all the way in one state and having to come to another state, there's always the possibility of delays. And every single minute counts in New York. If you're even a few seconds off, it'll throw everything off. And it's not just the NJ Transit which transports me from New Jersey to New York. It's also the subways in New York itself. Because even though the MTA is always on track with construction to make sure that every single station is up and running as best as possible to stave off delays and stuff, the subway system in New York is over 100 years old. Which means that there's still things like, you know, little drips coming in that will wetten the tracks. You know that the tracks are electrified. It can fizzle them out, which can cause malfunctions, which can then stop people from getting to work on time. So in the hour and a half or hour and 45 minutes it takes me to get to work altogether, when you factor in the time it takes for me to get from my parents' house to the closest train station, then from the closest train station to Penn Station in New York, and then from Penn Station all the way to my workplace in Brooklyn, I have to put in a lot of extra time so that if anything happens, any delays, I have all that extra time that will be wasted on the delays and still get to work on time. But my efforts aren't always rewarded. There are going to be times when I'm going to be late for work, and it's all because of winter. Number three, the temperature. I am a fickle person by nature. I can never decide whether I like something more than the other. However, there's one thing that I've come to a conclusion on as I've gotten older. I prefer the heat over the cold. I just hate the sensation of cold. I don't like how my hairs stand on end and I get these shivers all over down my spine and up my arms and my legs. I just don't like the sensation. And especially, my parents live in a really big house, so the heating system does not evenly heat up the house, which means that some rooms are colder than others, which includes my room. I swear to God, at night, I am literally paralyzed. Like, I am literally lying under my bed sheets, just wrapping myself in a cocoon, just conserve whatever body heat I have to, warm myself up. And yes, there are the pleasures of, an electric heater, an electric blanket, and cups of hot chocolate that do the trick. But in general, I just hate it, especially when it gets down to like minus 20 degrees Celsius here in New Jersey. Don't even ask me how it is in Fahrenheit because I am not an expert on that. Number 4, winter clothing. I hate clothes, and I especially hate winter clothing. My uniform generally consists of a long sleeve shirt, long pants, long socks, boots, hoodies, jacket upon jacket upon jacket, scarf, and earmuffs. No hats for me. I don't like hats. It's just so bulky and it's so cumbersome. I'm sorry, but the less I wear it, the more comfortable I feel. That kind of sounded a bit wrong. I want to be able to wear t-shirts again. I want to be able to wear skirts again. I want to be able to wear dresses again, flip-flops again. I want to wear cute clothes again. Winter clothes are not cute. I don't care if some people do say they are cute. In my view, they are not cute. So hopefully before long, I can pack these babies goodbye and be able to dress up nicely again. Number 5. Precipitation. Again, as I said, I love snow. I don't like it when I am driving and it's snowing. I'm already not a good driver as it is. At least that's what my mom likes to tell me. And also, I hate driving. And especially since I was in a car accident a few years ago when it was in bad weather. So when I have to drive anywhere and it's snowing and the roads are slushy and icy and skiddy and just... I am terrified of losing control, no matter how carefully I drive under the speed limit or take care around curves and turns. I swear it's as if the goddess of nature is intentionally trying to kill people when this happens. But yeah, I detest how it endangers driving so much. Especially when you're on the highway. The highway is the worst. At some point coming back from New York with my parents, we passed by at most 3 car crashes that occurred. And generally by cars skidding off to the side onto the embankment. Winter is a dangerous time. And generally there's nothing that we can do. We cannot physically stop the rain and the snow and the ice from falling. So essentially we just have to be very extra careful. Number 6, no sunlight. Okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit. We do get sunlight, but we don't get as much of it. And when it gets so dark as early as 4 o'clock in the afternoon and it looks pitch black as if it's midnight, it is so depressing. You feel like you've lost a good chunk of your day and you don't get to do a lot, you don't get to get more stuff done. It is so depressing. Which brings me to my final and my lucky 7th reason why I want winter to end: seasonal depression. So I unfortunately am somebody who suffers from seasonal depression. If you don't know what it means that during the winter, because of the lack of sunlight, you feel less energetic, you feel less happy, you feel less wanting to live, basically. And especially when it's so icky out and you just don't feel like doing anything else. This past week was especially bad. Like, I literally had to roll myself out of bed because I just had no life in me. It's a horrible feeling, and I'm ready for sunlight because it will bring me happiness. Say yes to vitamin D. So yeah, in a nutshell, I'm ready for winter to be done with, and I'm ready for spring. But what about you? Are you happy for winter to end and for spring to come? Or is it the complete opposite for you and you actually want winter to keep extending, which means that you're probably Elsa and you should just go back to your ice castle? I'm sorry. Just let it go. Just go. Or maybe you just like a different season altogether. Maybe you are an autumn baby or a summer person. So yeah, just, comment down below and I'll be sure to take a look at them and we can start an interesting discussion about, the weather and seasons and the ways that the earth works. or something to that effect. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this new vlog entry of mine. If you like what you saw, give me a big thumbs up, and if you want to see more of my videos, feel free to subscribe. It's down below right here. And follow me on Twitter and follow me on YouNow. So yeah, off to venture off into the tundra. I'll see you guys.